Basel for our final game of this Sunday, Mooncatchers against CUSB La Fotta. I'm here talking to you, Giovanni Santucci, with the incredible ULTI.TV crew. We're here to bring you the most fun and the most spirited ultimate. We can see the tall line of the Mooncatchers ready to catch the pull of the defense line of CUSB La Fotta. Luca with a big pull, pretty deep, and they're gonna make it land at the bottom of the end zone. So we start with a big nice pull. Loose defense on the Anders, and okay, great pass under for ref Yonkers, who bombs it deep, and it looks like it's an easy score for Mooncatchers with a big first huck by the number 88 ref Yonkers, who hucked it for number 19. Quick first point by Mooncatchers. Hi everybody, Chop is here for you. And it was a fast point. We can see that Mooncatchers really like to play that deep ultimate style. There was a first 10 deep. Oh, let's see here the nice huck of Raf. It was just send it deep with a nice long backhand. You can use his long arms to throw it deep, and Massimo Vagliviello was beaten. And here it is, 1-0 for Mooncatchers. John Terninco on the pitch, the coach of La Fotta. The coach of La Fotta is just trying to help his O-line, who has been very prolific. Good, nice first pull that is out at the back of the end zone. So we have two big pulls. Fabio Coppi taking the disc to the brick, walking to the break, and we see that Mooncatchers are playing man with a deep guy and a sort of a worm defense. They don't want to CUSB La Fotta to hug, but looks like they found the flow. Laffy with a huge layup catch to avoid the turnover. Zanni swinging it around. And Laffy again, swing it back to Coppi on the left far corner. And then Alberto Tonelli with a risky around swing. And then Angela. Zanni again, looking for that break. And easy forehand break gives Arturo Laffy the 1-on-1. And it's a tie game. Great offense, great intensity. We can see that CUSB La Fotta is this great offense, really smoothing it out. And now we'll see what the reply of the Mooncatcher will be on this third point. Look here at Laffy swinging it back. Angela couldn't give the assist. Back to Zanni. And then Zanni with a wide forehand. Yeah, for Arturo Laffy. Shout out to the Laffy family, to Gianluca Laffy, who just subscribed to our Patreon. Remember to subscribe, guys, to the ULTI.TV Patreon, so that we can bring you even more games, better quality games, and lots of fun. Here we go, the second D-line for La Fotta, second in the matters of numbers. Mastroianni with the pull. Andrea Mastroianni is one of the oldest players of La Fotta. Started playing in 2010. Nice big pull. Is a floating one, and is gonna drop in. It's a perfect first pull. First pull for Mastroianni. Spisso on the pressure. Okay. Swing it. The Mooncatchers are swinging it back in the back of the end zone. Oh, huge hammer on the other side of the pitch. And then, okay, looks like the Mooncatcher have found a hole in the defense. They're in the upper third of the pitch. Yonkers wants the disc, and we'll see what happens. Frank on, ooh, risky forehand on the far side of the end zone, and Mooncatchers throws away this forehand. So now CUSB has the chance to take the break. Mastroianni bringing this up to the line. Ok, eccoci qua, anche i nostri spettatori italiani. Gabriele Spisso è qua col disco in mano durante questo possibile primo break di CUSB La Fotta. Vediamo Liam Crisafulli, disco in mano, guarda avanti. Giving some Italian insight to our Italian viewers. Franceschi with the fake, con la finta, e passaggio per Torben. Torben is a German guy playing for La Fotta from this year. He did the tryout for La Fotta first time, and then La Fotta is looking to find the hole, to find the flow. This defense line doesn't look too smooth. There was a travel call. There was a travel call. See if the younger of the Yonkers brother is willing to give up this travel. Yeah, the call is retracted. Good spirit, and the disc is from the German guy Torben. He played with Fab. He played with Bora in German, and now he's playing for La Fotta, and he will play for UCF. Looking on for David Barzazzi. David Barzazzi with a crazy back, end zone back. Okay, there's a travel call, so this is back. Another travel called by another Yonkers brother, but I think this was a much cleaner travel. It was a foot drag that made it really easy. Disc is in. David looking for the upline, and it's perfect for Torben. And La Fotta scored the first break of the game, 2-1 for Bologna. And now we will see if Mooncatchers will be able to keep this game close. So we're here at the first point. This game looks tight. Teams are tired, but they're running their legs. And we saw a pretty lucky break for La Fotta, because Mooncatchers were right at the top of their end zone, and they just were a bit too risky with that inside forehand on the far side of the pitch. So now Mooncatchers have to find a replay, and let's see who's gonna find the answer for this CUSB La Fotta defense. Pingu Tognetti, or as we call in Bologna, Pingu, like the penguin, the cartoon penguin. With the big pull, let's see if it managed to keep it on the pitch. Yeah, it's a good pull. Mooncatchers bringing the disc with the younger ref, the younger Yonkers, the Benjamin Yonkers with the disc in his hand, giving it up and then trying for the up line, getting it back again. Oh, try with an easy, not so easy solution. I thought this was a almost all out, but Mooncatchers managed to score. Looks like it. La Fotta looks like we were baffled by this huck. We know Mooncatchers are famous for their deep play and deep games, so we knew we were going to see a lot of hucks and a lot of deep cuts, a lot of running. Let's see, the count is high. He couldn't find his dump, and then still an 8, 9, let's huck it. And you can see ref using his height to make a not so easy catch on Riccardo Venturoli. and getting the score for Mooncatchers, and we are 2-2 with offense for La Fotta. On the line we have Pavan, Gasperini, Wolfgang Mitterer, Arturo Laffi, Alberto Tonelli, Federico Caraceni, and Alessandro De Luca. For the Mooncatchers, we have a zone now, 3-man cup. There's been a little break on the zone, and then it's back to man to man. Caraceni's free. Tonelli again, give and go for Wolfgang Mitterer. Now they're looking for the around break, too far and too low, and it's a chance for the Mooncatchers to take back the break that La Fotta first took. Let's see how this Mooncatchers will use this chance to have to take the break, first break of the game. Arturo Laff poaching. Oh, Wolfgang Mitterer with the layout, but it couldn't take the disc. Ralph Yonkers rebounded it and caught it midair. Now let's see if the big hawk is going through, and oh, he's gonna be caught with a huge layout. Oh my God, what a catch. Let's see if they can manage to score this time. It's easy dump on the far side of the pitch on the screen. There's been a pick call, so the La Fotta player will take back the space, the gap between the players. Start again, hammer, big hammer, and it's an easy score for Mooncatchers that breaks La Fotta for the first time, and the game is back. Yeah, Mooncatchers scored 3-2, and they are back on top. And now, finally, my colleague, my great friend is here to help you navigate this good final. So I'm gonna pass the mic to my great friend, Steph Rapazzo, just arrived after coaching the Is No Good.
Share the mic here. Thank you for the wonderful welcome, Chopo Santucci. We come into this game, I get here, we're 3-2 Mooncatchers in the lead. They've had a weekend that maybe not everybody expected after they lost the Belgian championships. They got their revenge against Ghent, and now they're up 1 against the Bolognese. Here we go. And I'm happy to get to call a game with Chopo. First time I've ever been there. And hopefully we get some more Italian. I've heard good news about the Italian commentary coming. Coppi, De Luca up the sideline. A little bit of a zone junk look out of Mooncatchers here. Zani swings wide, Gasperini fakes a backhand, sees what bites through. Zani almost got caught off balance, but hangs on and gets a gainer up line to Coppi. Man down in the middle of the field, stepped on a landmine or something. All alone, I'm not sure what happened, twisted ankle. But he's back up, doesn't seem to be damaged goods. Coppi gets the gainer, bid on the hip, does not get the gainer. The bid comes in front of Keeney, and Mooncatchers with a chance to break. Maehr leaves his feet and gets a huge play. Moon shoot up the line, and they just squeeze it through traffic, jamming it up the jam hole there. Tries to go the around, gets the around. They're going backwards, but control, as we say, control Angela on the help defense goes into the handler. And Mooncatchers, their defensive transition is looking solid thus far. In the attacking end, there's another bid. Gasperini, now it's on the line. Fake flick. Mooncatchers, big break. This could be big, but it's now, oh, and a touch on it from Gus, but still in the hands of Mooncatchers. And we've got a stoppage of sorts on the field.
Gasperini looked way more a defender than an offensive player with this layout block.
He's one heck of an athlete. If anybody knows, it's Chopo Santucci, his teammate, one of his co-captains. And it must be eating him up inside to not be out there, but the hammer goes up. Defense in good position, and just enough to get him turned inside out there. Happy to get that one back, Chopo.
Oh yeah, for sure. It would have been the second break, almost the second break in a row, and we saw a lot of hammers from Mooncatcher throughout the whole weekend. So I think CUSB La Fotta is waiting for this hammer to use them to their advantage.
Okay, so CUSB La Fotta have some preparation, of course, thanks to ULTI.TV. They've been able to watch some Mooncatchers too, get prepared, and they're aware of those hammers, and they got away with this one as the O-line gets a second chance to hold here. Zani, Angela. They go around, and De Luca gets it quick up the line to Kopi, and quick again to Zani. Now they're in an offensive goal set here, but there's a pick on the play. So Chopo, a very fortunate thing to have him in the commentary box. Unfortunately, he's here because of an ankle twist in the second game. How's the ankle feeling on day 2 of recovery?
Well, actually, it's day 1 of recovery, but it's getting good, and it's getting better as my guy play better.
Okay, and that makes this is making his ankle much better. Kini into Angela. They get the hold after the potential break opportunity. They gave him one. They want to stop giving them those opportunities, but score gets tied up at 3 apiece.
Yeah. CUSB had to make this, otherwise the offense would have been a bit down, I think. But you can tell by the way they play, the offense is really connected and they know each other. You can tell that Luca, Pigneti, Angela, and Kini, they play together for many years, so they know each other very well. You can see the replay here. Good dump by Zani, super inside break by Gasparini, and then using that lock arm to put the disc in between the army pit to Angela for the easy score.
Gasparini almost had his left hand on the ground. He leaned over so far to get that break across. When was the last time you would have played Mooncatchers? CUSB La Fotta played Mooncatchers.
I think it was Milan tournament preparation for EUCF 2019.
Okay.
We had a small weekend in Milan to play, and they were there with the whole crew, and they were pretty tough to beat.
But you did get the beat. You got the win. They were tough to beat, but you said you beat them. You got the win.
Yeah, it's many years we're playing against now. We started in Bruges, and now we just see them all over the place.
Okay, here we go. Yonkers, Ben Yonkers winds up and goes to his brother and misses right away. No call on the play. Barsazi was there, but a missed throw. And here comes the Swiss import.
Oh, yeah. We can tell that now Torben is playing with us, helping us with the defense. He got a huge layout in the second game of the day. Ooh, Barsazi with a lucky jump.
Oh, and that one gets out of the hands. Barsazi went up, and they got lucky to still keep it. The defense missed, but then the shot to the end zone went away. Mooncatchers, second chance to hold here. Yonkers again. Ben Yonkers, a.k.a. Bonkers, and then Felix Nemec, and that's 2 in a row, 2 throwaways, too far in front for Moon.
I think that this is like the law. We use it in Italy. We say when you do too much, then you have to do something simple. And as Barsazi did, he cut the disc and then huck it down. Now Yonkers are putting too much pressure on themselves and they're making these mistakes.
Goal line opportunity for a break here. Franceschi centering. Mastroianni shaking, trying to lose a defender. A lot of players right on that goal line. Needs a dump, gets a dump, well defended. Yonkers straight back and he catches it again, but there's a stall count contention. Great play. It was Max spiked right back into his hand.
Yeah, it looked like, the ball back in the game in the NBA when they rebounded it on the back of the defender. Looked like something on purpose.
Oh, looking at that replay, it's incredible. Mastroianni had the wit to hang on to that coming off a spike D, and Yonkers obviously not happy with, you got to catch your Ds in every sense, even when you're spiking them that at point blank.
Yeah, let's see what solution he will choose now that the still out is contested.
So they're going to be coming in at max 6, I think, how this goes. Or is it -2 on a stall count and they go to 8?
They're coming in 8. They have to say the 8.
Okay, coming in, stalling 8. So we've got the Swiss import. What's his name?
Torben. Torben, I just know the surname because it's too difficult.
I think Horschmeier.
Horschmeier.
Hornschmeier.
Torben is the name.
Torben as he goes with the La Fotta. I wonder what Davide's name is for him. It's going to be something special. Hornschmeier gets the disc, goes across. Mastroianni again. Barsazi's there, still not in. Who we wanted, Horschmeier in the corner, but goes across. Christoph Fuli can't hang on, and Moon get another chance to hold their offense.
Yeah, actually, if you look at from La Fotta perspective, it's good because they're making the offense of Mooncatcher run a lot, so they will get tired at the end of the game. But still, the defense need to convert those turnovers.
Precious opportunities when the D gets a chance. Hammer to the end zone. That looks like it's on. And finally, Moon do convert after having 3 cracks at the horn.
Yeah, as we said, Mooncatchers rely a lot on high throws and deep plays, and yeah, I think that just worked this out. They managed to, we have a timeout call for Mooncatchers now. They managed to keep the pressure on, even though they were super close to the end zone. La Fotta didn't convert twice.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Lovely looking at those wonderful commercials, those ones shot all over the camps of the summertime, from Diskin to Bologna camp. We get some wonderful footage, and again, we're very happy to be here. And as that advertisement tells you, we need your support. We need everybody out there to really think about how wonderful it is that they get free broadcasting on YouTube. But it's not that easy. But now there's opportunity to make it easier. You just have to click 2 buttons, ULTI.TV, then the Patreon link. Click a button to donate to support as little as €3, and it's so easy to cancel. If you're not happy giving €3 to a wonderful production, you can stop. And of course, for those of you with a little extra change at home and you want to give more, you have the opportunity to give more. So, Chopa, what do you think? It's a good idea to support this broadcast?
Oh, we all need to come together and support this because it's vital, man. It's vital. Having some good footage, some good cameras, and some good highlights, man. It's the most important thing.
That's how we're going to get this sport to the next level. We know that these athletes are elite and these teams are, and the world needs to know it, and we need to have cameras. So thank you for doing your thing. Here comes Laffy and the La Fotta O-line. Laffy sends back. He got out of his handling space. Now it's Zani in the back. Ooh, that one's low, but Tonelli hangs on, no problem.
Federico Caraceni is a new player for La Fotta. You can see the number 17 just made the cut of the team this year, while Laff is just rushing down the sideline. There's just a travel call.
It's tough, these travel calls, when you get those 1-2 give and goes, and the new travel rule kind of allows this a little bit, but I think it's taking a while. This tournament's seen a lot of travel calls where people say, no, new rule, and it's tough integrating the new rule, and Laffy pops that one up and over a little bit too far, and Moon with a chance to break. Game is currently on serve.
That was a bad throw from Laffy. I think that stoppage played advantage for Mooncatcher, and now see if there's a hawk. Mooncatchers cannot hold on the hawk.
Great defense from Zani, and then again Mitterer. The La Fotta are throwing their bodies out there, but Moon continue to make completions here. They're working it around the horn. They're in the backfield, zero in the. They had nobody in the handling space, and they get away with one. La Fotta gets away with one. They had to throw it to nobody, and Archer right to the turf, and Bologna, La Fotta get a second chance at a hold. So Zani has Tonelli all alone, goes to Tonelli.
Yeah, Federico Caraceni, I was telling you, is new player, played for many years in 051, the other team of Bologna, and now we made it, and we're grateful that all the effort he put it to be with the best, actually worked out for him.
It's paid off. He's playing with the big boys now. And here's Wolfgang Mitterer goes inside. Caraceni. He's got the shot in for goal. Zani there, and they hold serve. It's tied at 4. Both teams giving each other chances that are, well, I mean, O-lines would like to think unnecessary chances, but chances are there, but staying just steady enough to hold.
Yeah, Caraceni with the assist. We talked too much about him, and he heard us. So it's a Caraceni show-off now. Thank you. Meanwhile, we can see La Fotta putting himself on the line, and we can also thank you, Sebastian Carter, Philippe, those who are becoming member of our ULTI.TV program and Patreon. This is the way, as the Mandalorian would say. So now, Mooncatchers, they want to keep this edge on La Fotta, because you never know. The closer to the end of the game you stay, the better it is, and who knows when the silly mistakes can arrive. Luca Tognetti ready for the pull. The Yonkers brother ready to catch the ball. Well, we had some huge pulls in this first part, Steph. Those two teams are great pull. Let's see if this continues to goes off.
So both these teams undefeated, as we've said, both have had a wonderful tournament. Bologna, as we saw on ULTI.TV, a little bit of a scare the first game against Ghent, but they pulled it off when they needed. Moon have been having their way, but this will be their toughest shot. But that shot looks beautiful, in for goal, and they get a deep shot all alone into space, and they are dictating the pace here. They're staying one up. They're scoring when they need to.
Yeah, I can translate for you the La Fotta, let's say La Fotta energy. They were talking now just after the hug. They were saying that someone made a side mistake, forcing one side instead of the other. So it wasn't a good defense. There was some miscommunication. So now we have to see. You can tell he's doing. This is a left side force, flick force, and the guy wasn't just covering the flick force, it was on the other side, and it's an easy score for the number 99 of Mooncatchers, Mathieu Müller.
Take a picture of that.
Let's see if this O-line will get the score without a turnover, because it's like 2 or 3 points. They're getting a turnover and then getting it back. So we'll see if La Fotta is back on track.
Here they come. Zani, young, sprightly player. He had himself a heck of a final 2 years ago against Clapham, and is now very much a installed part of that O-line. De Luca, Coppi, the regulars behind the disc. Coppi again, and a little bit of a wall defense by the Belgians, by Mooncatchers. They're playing match D behind. There's some space that up to Mitterer, but it's floating way more, but good God, Mitterer gets up, read it well. The throw was definitely not perfect, but the receiver came down and did the rest of the work.
Yeah, Kopi made a little quick prayer after that flick because I didn't think it was supposed to go that flat. The way through it, I think it wanted a more bladey flick. But for those who saw the Worlds in 2018, you can remember Wolfgang Wolfie skying up to Clapham guy in a huge catch. So it is known that our Austrian boy is a big jumper, and we're glad that he's playing with us.
And was he playing with La Fotta in the game you speak of, or was he with his old Austrian club when he was getting these skies over Clapham?
Oh no, it was already with us with La Fotta. It was 2018. It was a missed throw from David, I think, but Wolfie came up big, rise up to the sky and caught it.
So he's an external player, but very much part of the CUSB La Fotta fabric. He's been there for 3 years now. We've seen him in European championships. He's got a world championship, and Wolfie, as he's known, Wolfgang Mitterer, getting the job done there, taking the sky, helping out Kopi to make him look good.
Yeah. Kopi always looks good, but when those flicks start from his end, they're not that good, but Wolfie's always there.
Well, Kopi will be happy to hear that one.
Peace and love to Kopi, obviously.
And obviously Kopi, if he's starting on a La Fotta O-line handler, his throws must be good, much better than that pull. The first little bit of wind we've seen all weekend in the last hour or two of the day, the second half of that last match, He's no good, just took on CUSB's little brother, Red Bulls, and we got a win on Universe Point. But the wind did come up there, and that helped our situation. But here come Moon, and Yonkers gets under. Holy Yonkers, he hangs on to that one. Now he goes, blades up the line to his brother Ben. Ben goes deep, it looks good. Yes, that is good, it works completely. Mooncatchers' offense has been steady. They're throwing in very few throws. That one from Yonkers to Mathieu Muller, and they stay up by one, dictating the pace.
Yeah, the Mooncatchers are working this out with their nice flick huck. They're throwing from the same side of the cut, and this looks like it's working out. You see a little blade to the younger Yonkers brother, and then a straight flick into the back of the end zone. Two defenders there, but nobody close enough to get a chance to get the disc. So Mooncatchers are keeping this game thrilling, and La Fotta has to work this out, man, really hard to get the break and not to get the break.
It's almost like the La Fotta defense is missing one key piece out there. I don't know what that is. I don't know what they're missing. It could be the guy next to me commentating, but they seem to be missing one piece on some of these things. The deep ones are going up, and there's not the chase that's always there. I'm not going to say it's only Chopo who gives that chase, but they could be missing one little piece. There's a second piece, but he's playing on a different club. Ooh, and that one, Caraceni goes back around Trombetti. There's too many Trombetti, Tonelli, Tognetti. These ones, they're always tough on the tongue in the commentating box. But Trombetti this time, now Tonelli. Tonelli goes up line, Angela. La Fotta they play a very different game than Moon. They're happy to be quick, play the unders, but look at how much space they are getting. Tonelli all alone goes back around to Trombetti. Trombetti gets it up
to Pavan. Pavan is a Padova player that is playing with La Fotta for 2 years now. Is huge.
He is a big man. Shout out to Pavan from Padova, and to Dario Luciano, my friend in Paris, who ran that club for a long time. Now, Angela, Pavan. Pavan goes forward to Luca, bit on the hip, but he's not phased. Shot in for goal, and Angela cashes in, and we're still on serve. What a game here, 6 apiece. Chopo.
Well, we know that defense are gonna make the difference in this game. So both Mooncatchers or CUSB, their defense they need to step up and get this break before the half. So we will see how it goes, and we will see if the half will be taken by the Belgian or the Italian.
So we're not quite at half yet because we have the extended games today. It is, we go game to, yesterday there were 60-minute games with half taken at 7 games to 13. Today we got 100-minute games, much longer games. But score-wise, they only go 2 points higher, game to 15. So we are 2 match equalizing points away from a Galaxy point situation, but not quite there yet. This Mooncatchers outfit, obviously like many good players on that team, they've got through a tournament undefeated, but it is those Yonkers brothers who create incredible mismatch problems for any defense that goes against them. And they play on opposite lines. Sometimes you see them cross over and play together. Raf Yonkers, Ben Yonkers, Ronkers and Bonkers, as Benji Rees coined them as. But those are the 2 guys that need to be stopped on this line, and that's what La Fotta will be talking about. We saw in the last play it was Raf Yonkers bobbled and kept it alive, but they
and Benjamin hugged it, yeah? Then Benjamin hugged it, so it's a team and brother work for Mooncatchers.
Yeah, those 2 we key off on, but of course it's a team effort here. La Fotta, as we all know, this team has come from you know, the depths, the talisman era of Davide running everything, but in the last 4 or 5 years the youngsters have come up and come up and come up, and this is a team that is a whole uniform team. They play together, everyone contributes every aspect of this game. This is the first tournament without Davide Mori, and Chopo is part of the leadership. How's the feeling without Papa Davide there for the first time?
Well, I knew it for a long time because I'm one of the captains, so I already knew his decision to step out of the La Fotta scene. But for other of my team players and for other of Bologna players, they are like baffled by this choice. They don't know how to react because they thought that Davide was gonna be buried with a La Fotta jersey inside the Windmill Sports Center, I think. But yeah, he's playing with the Red Bulls and he's keeping with the whip.
I can verify that Davide Mori is still very much a part of this tournament. His voice was very, very, very evident, especially after the loss on Universe Point. He showed no mercy to his teammates, and that's the Davide Mori we know and love. We love the other part. That's the Davide Mori we know, though. So, yeah, he's still around, just changed his hat, captain of the young squad now, while the next generation takes over. Here comes Mooncatchers, Ben Yonkers. Yonkers, far sideline, back to Yonkers. Handlers moving, Felix Nemec, part of the EU administrative team there. Gets through, Ben Yonkers, lefty, goes quick. That's great play by Mooncatchers, and it's going to work out. They've scored again. They dictate the pace. It's 7-6. La Fotta will have to respond here to set up a Galaxy point situation, but a very evenly matched game so far. Chopo.
Yeah, those offense are just drilling this defense, and both teams actually don't look like they're understanding and they're finding the right way to defend. Even though we had some turnovers from both offense, this defense, the startup defense that are playing, that are basically similar, because we saw kind of a junk zone by Mooncatcher, but also we saw it now from La Fotta, maybe because of this little win that is picking up. So we will see. I think that both teams have to change stuff, have to change some tactics, some defense tactic to try, to figure it out. How to turn over the disc.
It's a very interesting chess match at this stage of the game. You know that a match defense is usually the best, but you can't let an offense get comfortable seeing one defense every time. You've got to give them some different looks, some transitions, some huck-stopping defenses. So let's see how this chess match continues to play out. For now, Zani deep in the end zone, great pull. And now Laffy with his signature red cap on. Dumps to Zani. Zani looking to go around. Back to Laffy, right up the guts. Pavan keeps it forward. Angela, but no continuation. Keeney's there, but we slow down. Now he goes to Keeney, and he did get the separation. And Keeney, a big, long receiver, but we've got a call on the play. Travel called as Raf Yonkers calls it on Angela. Let's see if we get another look.
Let's see if Michele Angela has this nice break from Laffi. We can see Pavan bringing it up to Angela. Let's look at that pivot. Pivoting, and
Ooh, tough to call a travel on that one. Especially when it takes away a goal. Fabio Coppi keeps his wit there, hangs on to that one. Angela wanted the huge backhand around, but takes the very easy reset to Coppi. Now up to Pavan. Pavan is a big body as well on this Italian O-line. Angela goes wide around to Coppi, sideline to sideline here. Coppi wants to recenter and gets Gasperini. Pavan comes under, and they're very wary of staying deep of Pavan. He's getting free resets. Now Laffi comes under, the quads like tree trunks, wants to send it center, but doesn't. Now he goes into the corner. Angela on the doorstep across. Pavan cashes in. 7-7. We've got ourselves a Galaxy Point situation here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Galaxy Point this early afternoon Sunday to get you excited instead of getting you tired. Here is the ULTI.TV camera bringing you this Galaxy Point, this super exciting match. Let's look at this replay. Laffi keeping the disc on the side of the pitch, and then Angela again with a close catch. Looking for the mid-break and finding Pavan right under the line for an easy score for La Fotta. So, as we said, as you said, Steph, two offense and defense can find a way to stop them. I mean, it looks like it. We will see if the Galaxy Point change things up.
So we've seen some Ds. The breaks have we had a break each, or is it 0 break game?
We have 1 break each.
1 break apiece, so on serve still. The breaks are tough to come by, but these are the moments where they need to come. These are the big moments. I always say Galaxy Point is like practice for Universe Point. You're halfway there, but it means nothing, but it gets you in the same kind of pressure cooker situation. It's, you know, there's a big break after this. It's much better to go into that break with a head full of steam than with a dropped head wondering what you did wrong. So here comes the defense. The young gun Barzazzi from up north Italia sends the pull, and it's Bonkers sends one forward for Mooncatchers. Now Raf Yonkers sends it central. Mooncatchers, Felix Nemec gets it forward. 16, there's a pick called on the field. The Mooncatchers offense, so simple, but they cut deep and they get themselves very open. They run out of a vertical stack. They're still in it. Sideline play gets centered to Raf Yonkers. Raf goes quick to his brother Benjamin Yonkers. He fakes the hammer, and all alone they get the Galaxy Point. They take half. Mooncatchers making Bologna work for everything. They're going to have to win the second half by a break at minimum to take this game. What do you think about that first half, Chopo?
Yeah, as I said before, I think that I would talk about CUSB. I think that CUSB need to change something in defense, need to maybe don't change the tactics, but change the man-to-man. So we saw that Bonkers had already like 3 or 4 assists, and most of the time was guarded by the same La Fotta guys. So I think that CUSB had to make some slightly change. Not some important ones, but they have to put pressure to this classic and calm and effective Mooncatchers offense. On the other part, Mooncatchers, they're playing very physical, they're laying out, they're putting pressure, but the experience of the CUSB offense looks like they are ready for it, and they're waiting for them to go over the cutter to get the easy break, or just to get the nice psychological pressure on the Mooncatchers defense.
And that's what we're looking for in the second half. Who's going to take the psychological advantage here? It is hard work out there. Both teams going hard, getting what they need, but the defensive pressure, the defensive breaks are what will be needed most in the second half, and we'll see how they come. We're going to take a very short break until the second half starts and be ready for action. With we're going to come back into this and give Chopo the first point in Italian again for our Italian viewers back in Bologna and all over the country. So we'll be back with you very shortly.
Oh, raga, dovete spaccargli il culo, Dai!
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
How far do you live from here?
Not so far.
Yeah.
So 15 minutes by bike.
Yeah. And how's free speed going for you?
Good. Well, we go to UCF.
Okay.
So that's great.
There was no Swiss championship, was there?
Not really.
Have you guys played Fab or nothing now?
No, well, we did kind of a weekend where we played against, well, a day so we played against them.
Yeah, but that's Fab, yeah. Halftime. Again with Chopo Giovanni Santucci, another ULTI.TV broadcast. Big shout out first of all to some of our supporters. 9up, a merch provider. They provide the merchandise for La Fotta. They've become a member and a great contributor. And also Patrick from madaxe.nl. Thank you for your wonderful contribution. As we get back into it, and Chopo is going to take us through this back in Italiano.
Okay, first point in Italian for our Italian viewer. Grande pool di Jonkers per Laffi, Zanni trova il buco centrale per Tonelli, guarda avanti per Trombetti, libero verso, ancora Tonelli, un veloce give and go tra i due e il flusso si ferma. Adesso La Fotta pensa cosa fare, ma subito un bel taglio da Zanni, da parte di Zanni, De Luca libero davanti, non viene servito, riaccentrano per Trombetti swinga a lato per De Luca, un larghissimo round di rovescio che trova Gasperini di fronte alla meta, guardando l'angolo in alto a sinistra per segnare con Wolfgang, ancora Zanni con un big swing ed eccolo qua, il punto, facile, veloce e liscio per l'attacco della Fotta. We're back in English, guys.
Isn't that a beautiful language? We love the Chopo Italian. We're going to have to give him more, especially because it was successful. I just didn't know that give and go was Italian.
Well, I'm not like I have a good English vocabulary, so sometimes I do some Italian English, some Spanglish.
It English. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. Inglaliano. But of course, some just ultimate lingo gets stuck in English. That's the way it goes. It happens in French very much so. In French, the one that baffles me most is when they call their sideline marks, which in English is home and away. They still use 2 English words to go side and back, which are not used in English, but they're used as English words in French. And that one's the strangest to me as far as the French-English collaboration.
For those curious, give and go in Italian is dai vai.
Dai vai, dai vai. Okay, so unfortunately back to the mother tongue of English here, but we're going to give Chopo some more Italian because it sounds so beautiful. It's like he's singing into this little microphone here. Pingu, as he's known. Tognetti set the pole. Are we going to see a spinorama? Of course we are at a 97. The big, now veteran, once a young player, has been around a long time. Felix Nemec receives the pull and goes to Ben Yonkers, playing in his own end zone. There's a bid there, but gets past the bid, and now they've got space. Mooncatchers are going. Of course they're going every time they are moving upfield. They make every pass seems to be going north-south. Their lateral movement is very unnecessary. Ben Yonkers goes up line. Pingu gets a piece, and there's a discussion. He said he was riding on his back shoulder.
Yeah, we'll see on the replay maybe if there's been some contact or not, but yeah, we'll take a look at this replay. Let's see. Tognetti following back. Yeah, the 2 guys are close actually. Ooh, we can tell, but oh, maybe this point of view can help us. Let's see if there's contact. There's definitely some contact, but I can't tell if it did make the catcher drop the disc.
I'll say that it was very limited contact, and the one thing I will say is Yonkers said it was off his shoulder. I don't think he got his shoulder. He may have got elbow to hip there. He was very low. So I think if I'm making that call, I'm retracting that call, but they're going, it's a foul contest, and it's going to go back to Felix Nemec.
Yeah, Tognetti was just telling to Benjamin the same thing you just said. I didn't touch you, I swear I didn't touch you, so probably it was something else.
Here we go back in action. Raf Yonkers, Mooncatchers still have the disc. Yonkers' brother engage one another, and they get now hammer far sideline. That one works. 99, not Wayne Gretzky, counts for the goal. Mooncatchers stay ahead by 1, 9-8 in this game.
Yeah, it looks like it's, if you just synced on this point, it looks like it's CUSB against the Yonkers, but actually Mooncatchers are putting so much pressure on this La Fotta defense. You can see on the pitch, Tognetti is still talking about the layup D. He's really believing on his call, on this part, so it doesn't think there's been a contact. Let's see, let's watch it again. So it goes for the dump. Oh no, this is after. This is just a quick blade for this brother Benjamin, and then same as before, quick hammer. You know, when you're tall and you know how to throw a good hammer,
undefendable.
Yeah, space just opens up in your eyes. I mean,
it really is. I'm a short, stout man, and I used to think I had a good hammer, and I thought they were undefendable. If I was another 1.5 feet taller, I would be throwing those every other throw.
Yeah, I made a little swear on training. I can throw hammers because they're too risky. So it's a very useful throw, but at the same time, it can be a double blade.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as it goes upside down, that inner bowl of the disc can catch a little more wind than it would in its regular form, and anything can happen as Luca goes through this zone-looking defense by Mooncatchers. They go up to the big Keeney. He wanted to go right away, but he goes back to De Luca, takes the conservative route here. Carceni goes up line while Pavan comes back around. Great resetting, and I love that throw. The Italians love that outside in cross break, marker break. Laffy, Tonelli on the doorstep now. De Luca still not in. They're inching their way towards that line. Now Carceni comes back again. He breaks around, that one's in, Tonelli, and we continue to hold on our offensive possessions.
Yeah, the Italian offense love this around but inside break with the forehand. I can tell you that throw was first saw by La Fotta players because of this lawyer, ex-player that was called Michele Nudi, one of the best handler Italy has ever had. and his flick was lethal. It was just break you over and over again. So ex-tennis player, so strong forehand, strong hands. But yeah, the flick around inside break was brought to us by Michele Nudi. We call them Mig. We just had a shot. He had just had a baby. So shout out to Mig. And he was one of the senator, one of the old player of La Fotta for many years. Brought up by Davide, obviously. And they made the backbone of the team for many years when it started. The story of Ultimate in Italy and Bologna was made by lawyers and finance workers.
I find Ultimate always has a demographic of well-educated people, we'll say, working in upper-class fields. There's always been a big part of the community that has had that, we'll say, well-educated demographic. It's not obviously exclusive by any stretch, but there is always a big part of the organizers and administrators on that end of the job cycle. And Mig, I've heard definitely the name. When you said his entire name, I was not sure who you were talking about, but nickname Mig is a name I have heard many times from Chopo, from Davide, and of course from my good friend who played with me in Australia and now lives in Paris, Matteo Cassone, who was part of the old CUSB early days.
Same crew with Mig and Condor.
Condor. Okay, here comes spin pull, Tognetti. Nemec. Of course, Nemec, an Austrian player, had been with Forward for many years, has moved to Brussels recently. Well, who knows recently, but within the last 2 years since the pandemic started, and is now a Mooncatchers player, and obviously a very handy handler. A steady handler. He's got breakthrows, he's got wide angle throws, and to add that to the Mooncatchers repertoire is very handy indeed as these Yonkers brothers continue to impress. Raf goes over top to his brother Ben. Ben swiping fake and hammer again. He's doing it every single time. Ben Yonkers hammer for a goal, got set up by his brother Raf Yonkers.
Yeah, it looks like the points are on replay. They're using these quick cuts from the handler to get open, and as soon as they move the disc, they know their cutter have advantage, and they actually throw by heart. It looks like they throw by heart. I mean, they already know where the cutter is gonna go. They already know that the cutter knows the handler are gonna hammer it down in the back of the end zone. In fact, this one was the closest hammer they had, but still was so perfectly pinpointed to the back of the end zone that Torben couldn't reach to the disc. It's a tough game, Steph. It's a super close game, and it's the perfect final game for a weekend with this sun and this ultimate atmosphere back after 2 years of COVID. It's what we deserve. It's what people deserve to watch with this, obviously, this great crew of ULTI.TV. So don't forget to subscribe, because it's what we need. See games, see highlights, and live by Ultimate.
Back in action. As that disc sails out, we're going to get them walking back to the brick mark here. And you couldn't be more right, Chopo. Two teams, both undefeated. We're seeing an offensive feast out there. Both teams cashing in very few chances for breaks. They are precious, precious breaks when they get them. And that will be the difference. There is bound to be a second half break. When will it come, or will these teams stay perfect and walk to a one-goal lead for Mooncatchers? Zani goes to Coppi. And the Italian attack looking very similar. Patient, short passes, quick movement. Trombetti through the middle, Gasperini. He's got Coppi as an open dump, lots of room, unmarked. Trots towards the goal line, meters away, goes central to Trombetti, and then Gasperini. Shot for goal, De Luca goes to turf and hangs on, and the Italians do it their way again. They walk one in, many passes, quick movement, and it's going to be very soon Mooncatchers' turn. Let's see if they go the deep game in the hammer once again.
So this was a tough point, an important point for Mooncatcher, because they put on defense. Wrath Jonkers, so they're trying to get that ledge over CUSB, and they put one of their best players in defense, so that will count also, and that will make some difference at the end. Let's see again the point of La Fotta. Coppi all alone, swinging it back to the center for Trombetti, then Gasperini again with his famous wide open flick, and the rubber man, the Luca, plunging himself to get the disc. But as I was saying, we will have to see how the fatigue will play out, because CUSB La Fotta this weekend is 26, 27 players. Meanwhile, Mooncatchers are less players, and a lot of them are playing a lot of double points. So this will be interesting as we get close to the end of the game. It's still a super tie game, 10-10. CUSB La Fotta trying to get that stop, trying to get that break against those hammers and those easy and classical offense style. And we'll see if Mooncatchers try to go head down, same offense, or they will change it to twist the cards on the table.
Here they come. That one goes out. And Chopo, that could very well be a difference in this game. The size of the roster as well. CUSB has a huge roster. They roll their lines. Mooncatchers run it through a few key players, and now that they're switching them over, they got to come back and play the other way. It could be a sense of fatigue. This could play into some favor for the Italians. Let's see if that happens. Mr. Hammer goes to his brother. Yonkers to Yonkers. So far the offense looks normal. Yonkers comes back and gets it again. Ben Yonkers. Now he goes big blade. Two defenders there. The O went up, got a hand on it, and could not come down with that play. And CUSB gets a very rare opportunity to break here.
Yeah, the outside guy from Czech Republic, Pavel Pelikan, put the pressure on the offense, and number 99 on Mooncatchers couldn't held on to that disc. And now Gasperini walking to the line. Now we switch back to Italian. Gasperini per Tognetti, Gasperini messo in attacco. Oh, Barzasi con il lungo lancio. Perfetto! Perfetto per Pavel Pelikan, che mette la pressione, ma c'è una chiamata di passi ancora. Sembra che questi Mooncatchers siano molto attenti al pivot, al piede pivot. They're putting a lot of attention on the pivot foot, so it's the third travel call. Comunque David Barzasi con lo sparo perfetto su Pavel Pelikan. We can see it back now. Vediamo se c'era il passi. Let's see if there was the travel. Barzasi getting the disc, pivoting. Very difficult, veramente difficile da dire. Max Vagliviella al centro del campo, cercando il buco, non riesce a girarlo per Gasperini. Gasperini ora riceve, ma c'è un pick e Gasperini ripartirà col disco in mano. La difesa recupera la distanza. Vediamo Tognetti, si sistema con Benjamin Yonkers. Un po' di poach e switch per i Mooncatchers. Ancora Vagliviello che porta un poach. Sebastiano Rossi per Pavel Pelikan, ancora Gasperini, è stato messo in difesa per questo punto perché la difesa vuole fare questo break. Ancora Tognetti, c'è un'altra chiamata di pick, chiamate che sono risolte piuttosto in fretta. Those calls are quickly resolved, but they're still affecting the offense of La Fotta. Let's see, Tognetti di nuovo col disco in mano, huge backhand. Oh, and Barzasi goes for the disc. Oh! Ed è una incredibile presa. And the hack to the sky for Barzasi. Amazing catch. What do you think, Steph?
Oh, goodness, Barzasi went up early, missed the huge sky. Two men falling. I can't wait to see this replay, but that grab, that layout into traffic, that young man from up north has been making a name for himself time and time again. He seems to play even better when he's under the camera. Here's another look. Tognetti puts a high one. Barzasi up early. Misreads secondary defender. Look at it. He flips over top. A beautiful play by Barzasi. He loves it. Sends one to another planet as his spike. Here's a third look, our final angle on this one. Oh, this is the best looking angle. How did he steal that from the defender? And that's the break we needed. We've been talking about it. There's going to be a second half break. Chopo's Italian commentating might be the difference. We're sorry, Mooncatchers, if that's a thing, but seems every time we give him the chance to commentate in Italian, and my Italian passport perhaps gives these Italians a slight benefit, but this game is not over, not by any stretch of the imagination. Mooncatchers still have plenty left in the tank. They still got those two Yonkers brothers stirring the pot over there, and there's lots of work left to be done here for both teams. But what a moment there, Chopo.
Yeah, they don't want to get too over the head. I think La Fotta now wants to keep this focus, wants to keep this energy, this intensity. David Bazzazzi made a huge catch, but now we have to see if it was just a matter of luck or La Fotta is trying to put pressure on those guys. The pull is coming almost back in. Pull from Mastroianni, that was tough. They're going to start from the break. That was an important point for La Fotta because they showed Mooncatchers that sometimes tough stuff also gets scored by the other team, because now Mooncatchers had the upper end on the risky throws. Let's see how it goes.
Here comes Moon back the other way. Raf Yonkers, quick knock to his brother there. He thought the reset was coming, but he looks off. Felix Nemec goes into space, but the defense is tight. We've got to pick on the play. So that last play all started again with a missed deep down by Mathieu Muller with some great defense by the Czech export Pelikan, and they got their break, but now a desperation hold for Mooncatchers as they're going to need to do it every time. Lots of contact between Tognetti and Benjamin Yonkers. They clap hands, they're happy, they know they're working hard, they know they're two of their top guys out there either way. Big assignment for Tognetti, and Ben Yonkers shakes him, and now 58 comes back under for the Mooncatchers. 58 goes around Benjamin Yonkers. Yonkers surveying options, big, wide, Blady around, nobody home, and a second mistake.
Yeah, number 58 is Feller, is a very steady and safe hander for Mooncatchers. Maybe is the guy that has to stop the creativity of the Yonkers brother. And we told you, we just stole this guy. Oh, the miscommunication, so the disc is back to Mooncatchers. Oh, we told about the risky hammers, and that one was a risky one, but La Fotta couldn't convert it.
So we went from a game with very few errors for a long stretch there to 3 errors in a row. A live by the sword, die by the sword mentality. Here's Ben Yonkers into the corner, not quite in yet. Number 9, they're looking for a short space. Now he wants the reset. Ben Yonkers up line, and Mooncatchers cash in. They gave the chance there. All tied up at 11. And I'm just going to go quickly back to the live by the sword, die by the sword. They are winning and getting away with these hammers, but it's also in the last case there, Yonkers goes for the big around blade, sideline to sideline, and miscued just a little bit on a risky throw, and it causes a turnover. I think we've got a timeout there, Chopo.
Yeah, I think we all need a timeout. Both teams need a timeout because they're pushing so hard. They want this win so bad that the rhythm on the pitch is going up every point. That also caused the turnover, the miscommunication for La Fotta. Bad mistake because it was right after the throw, right after the missed blade by one of the Yonkers brother. So we'll see if La Fotta keeps this mental focus and don't give up the easy point. Let's see again this last point. There was a quick marking switch, and then just going up line for Benjamin Yonkers to Bontemps, and then Bontemps again for Benjamin Yonkers. They need to put a stop on the Yonkers brother, definitely. But we'll see if at the end of the game, Mooncatchers will take out some aces from their sleeves, maybe putting on some more fresh player, letting them play more disc. Maybe it's a tactic, who knows?
I have my doubts, Giovanni Santucci. I think that the Mooncatchers will be a team that comes with a shorter lineup. and will rely on some of the top end of their roster to get the job done late in this game. That's my feeling. Let's see what, this is where there's some championship medals, some championship mentality that CUSB has earned, that they've been in these situations a little bit more frequently over the last couple of years. COVID aside, of course, but this team has had it. Mooncatchers have not been in as big of a game, I guess. Oh, and Pavan slipped, so the championship mentality, but Pavan, a new member on this team, and he simply fakes and gets that sweaty hand slip, and Mooncatchers with a very good opportunity to break right back. Ralph Yonkers is there, a big bladey hammer. They've been doing him all game. I call them blammers when they blade hammer, and they get the break back and dictate the pace. The second half is very different than the first. Chopo.
The second half is crazy. The intensity. You can tell also by these mistakes, probably the players are feeling the pressure. And, after 2 years, having a close game, you also have to train the mental aspect to go back into the pitch and face these challenges. So these blammers are just tearing apart the Fotta defense, and CUSB has to find a way to stop them or not to throw away once they have a turnover. We'll see.
It's almost like it's an automatic. It's a team rule. Like these guys, that's part of their offensive artillery is these high, archy, bladey hammers. As we say, the blammers, but they are putting them on a dime. They get there very fast. They cut through the air like a blade, so there's no float. There's very little helix in the flight path. It just goes out of hand and directly lands on the spot. It's a tough one to defend, and it looked like La Fotta got the break they needed, but a mental error gives it right back. A mental error, a little bit of a mechanical mishap on the hand grip. And we're back in action. Arturo Laffi wanted the big, didn't go. Now looking for the around mounting stall count, but gets the under to Gasparini. Gus goes back, Zani. Zani up line, Angela back in the middle. It's Zani again. Fakes the forehand and the back. Then he dumps it to Kopi, gets it straight back. Zani looking for his offensive set. Angela on the goal line. Laffi going around but couldn't get around quick enough. Wants a second cut. Second cut's coming, but he's already looked back. Now Zani, they're changing direction, changing the field, working for this goal. Nothing came easy. There was cuts open, man flying. Where's his cape? But Keeney gets it in the corner, and the Italians strike back again.
These offenses are just great. Both teams are just putting the work in. Those offenses are deadly. But let's see, as I said, let's see how, while we reach the almost 1 hour and 10 of game, we will see how this will affect the game. So 70 minutes goes past. Let's see if the tiredness of the offenses will play a big role.
And these two offenses, as great as they've both been, these two teams entirely, could not be any different. They could not be more different, rather. Again, the very tactical, fast-moving, speedy offense of CUSB La Fotta. They use full lines, double rotation, D-line, O-line, plus extras. Systematic versus the very loose cannon, high-flying, blammer-chucking, line-shortening Mooncatchers. It's a beautiful situation of contrasting styles, but both duking it out with high efficiency on both different styles of play.
Benjamin Yonkers now walking up again to the brick. We saw good pulls, and now a lot of pulls going out of bounds, so we can tell that the players are tired.
Pulling players getting tired. Ben Yonkers. Felix Nemec. Nemec goes to center. Yonkers is there. Goes to turf, but so does the disc. He gets up, tried to do a foot block while he was still on his back hands. Wolfie goes quick to Pelican. Pelican, the Swiss. Rossi can go up, and he does. And he takes it away. And a big second half break for CUSB La Fotta now as we get very close to that finish line.
Yeah, as we said, risky throws are a double blade. You can win by that and you can lose by that. So now, I think Mooncatchers are paying off a bit of their, let's say, hazardous play. So now, even the easy throws are complex throws because La Fotta is ready for the difficult and the string throws. So they're putting pressure, they're close to the cutter, they're close to the both Yonkers brother, and they're still playing with them. So, you know, when you close out a pretty good guy, you have to find solution. If you keep playing with him, probably he's gonna get tired.
And tell us quickly about the youngster Rossi there who just caught that pass. Where did he come from? When did he get on that team? And yeah, what's his playing style? Give us a little bit about him.
Okay, so it was Riccardo Venturoli, number 50, who caught the disc. It was a Red Bull player, ex-swimmer. He came to the team with a big physique, fast leg, great jumps. In fact, I actually have some difficulties against him on the skies, but Venturoli is just legs and heart. And he was playing with Red Bulls, and now is by merit in this La Fotta team.
Rossi he is, and here's Yonkers to Yonkers. Ben Yonkers gets the under, warranted, given. The deep was there, didn't go, staying up the line, sticking to that sideline. Ben Yonkers goes up line again, looks to corner, goes the other way, has his brother Raf. Far sideline, lots of space. Mark is just catching up now as Barsazi. Blade the other way, that one goes in. They get the score, they're keeping it interesting, but still need a break to turn the tides. That one is Dan Desmarais for the goal from Yonkers.
Yeah, Dan Desmarais is playing really good. Is on silence mode because you don't see him too often, but he cut really hard. He's always there on defense, but he's always on offense too, almost every point. And he's a great cutter. You can see he's playing like in an old school ultimate style. We can call him a middle cutter because he's always coming under, have great looks off. And yeah, I mean, we're a few points away, but it looks like we're gonna have a Galaxy point on the halftime and a Universe point at the end of the game. I mean, let's hope for a big show.
Well, I'm sure Chopo is hoping for 2 in a row for La Fotta, as much as he wants to tell us that he's hoping for a close finish here. I am hoping for the close finish, and maybe Chopo just has that much faith in his team that he knows they'll pull it off in a Universe point. Anyways, that there is some imminent potential for that, but we'll have to see 2 points go either way for that to happen. Maximum of 3 points left to play in this game. That one caught on the shoelaces by De Luca. Then to Laffy, back to De Luca. He takes a couple extra steps, but those ones don't matter. De Luca, there's a big poach in the middle. That one up and over. And there's a huge chance for a break here now for the Mooncatchers. That is a break at the wrong moment, an unforced error by De Luca. It gets up and over the intended receiver by a country mile, uncatchable, knocked down on the sideline, and here they come. Desmarais fakes the scuba, almost had his defender guessing, now goes up line 19 in the corner, goes the other way, Raf Yonkers is there, he's got a goal, they convert the break, 14-13. The Italians are being pressed against the wall here. They need a hold or a break, or this championship goes the Mooncatchers' way.
To be fair, that pool had something tricky on it, because I think De Luca caught it out of bound without keeping a foot in. So I was curious, but yeah, De Luca just missed the flick swing. He got caught up by some wind, and Trombetti couldn't ride there. And you can see here working the left upper corner of the end zone and then swinging a big to the big guy in the end zone, always one of the Yonkers brother.
That's Marius Paez, who threw the assist, a nice scuba wearing the number 19 shirt for the Mooncatchers. So this Brussels outfit, there's been a timeout. They're obviously resting their key players, giving them a breather, giving them a chance to come out. I suspect we're going to see those Yonkers brothers still playing D. They probably want to do it with a break instead of resting them for a hold 1 point later. But Ben Yonkers is not approaching that line quite yet. On the other side, the Italian O-line will be a very similar looking outfit. Angela, Laffy, Keeney, Mitterer, Kopi, Zani, and Pavan ready to hold this one. This is an absolute must score back against the wall right now, Chopo. So a must score. Let's see, we expect nothing but what was usual from the Italians before that last play, for them to play a fast underneath style and keep these Belgians on their back foot. But much to the opposite of my expectations, there is neither Yonkers brother playing defense. They're saving them for the next point.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for the 100% offense on the next point. But first, CUSB has to score now.
So here comes CUSB, a must score to set up a universe point. Arturo Laffy with the disc sees Mitterer. Mitterer goes deep, not afraid in the big point. Pavan there, the big body on the goal line. Keeney charging to the end zone. Angelo wide open, alone. Pavan pops it in. We've got the universe point we were hoping for. It's all happening next. Those last 28 points mean nothing, Chopo. This one for the gold.
Yeah, we're just right now almost to the 100 minute, I think. And yeah, a bit less, but yeah, both offense raised up the score to this universe point. And now we have to see. We have to see if the mental toughness of CUSB will step up, or those blammers and bladed throws will work out the win for Mooncatchers. I mean, this is still a preparation tournament, but it can give us some insight on what to work on and what teams are going to be at this EUCF at the end of September, where ULTI.TV will be present. They will broadcast to you all this amazing EUCF finals game. A lot of teams after 2 years. There's been a renovation of the schedule, so more teams, more games, more fun, and we can see the big Wolfie Hawk to Pavan that tried then to score easy on this and then went for the lefty back in for Angela.
Well, here we go. Universe point, Basel Open, first elite tournament in some time. The champs facing up against the Belgian runner-ups who have come into this tournament with a head of steam. They've been playing the wild style, and here they come. Benjamin Yonkers forwards to his brother Raf. The two-man game is already initiated. High stall count, Yonkers to Yonkers, no overlooked. 99 with the disc. Mooncatchers, hand block by Pavel Pelikan. A chance to win the game on a break. Pelikan, the Czech, goes forward. It's there. They win it with the Swiss import. What a finish for the Italians. La Fotta get it on a hand block break. Chopo couldn't be happier, celebrating with some fist pumps. What do you think about the way that one played out on Universe Point, Chopo?
I'm so happy that Pavel Pelikan had that hand block, because he worked his muscles off, guys. He moved to Bologna last year to study and to play with us, and now to be there with us in the UCF, and next year at Worlds it will be moving to Bologna again, just to pursue his ultimate frisbee dream. We know he went back to Czech Republic and brought some of the Bologna philosophy to his youngest team, so he's coaching now by the way of Davide, and now Pavel is getting the clap he deserved from the whole Mooncatcher team. I mean, that was a thrilling ending, man. It was a thrilling ending, Steph. We can see this hand block over and over again. I mean, what are the chances of an hand block so early on the pitch in a universe point?
the finish here, we're going to see it again. And the beautiful thing about this is such a strong Italian outfit. They do so much internally. The club, the Bologna club system, we know so much. You got to be very good and work very hard and be very committed to be an external player. And here's Pavan, Pelican, what a hand block. He was reaching for it, waiting for it. And then Pelican and Hornschmeyer hook up. We get a check to a Swiss. That's 3SB club member to Fab X club member. Doing it for Bologna on the big day. A universe point break winner. We couldn't have ended it any better way. I'm very happy to be with you. It's been a pleasure to be here in Basel. Pleasure to have the company of Giovanni Chopo Santucci in the press box. One last reminder to get on to ULTI.TV, hit the Patreon link, and make sure you give us your support. You can do it very easily. You can be over generous and overwhelm us. We will give you the shout outs for your support. Chopo, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you, Steph. It was such a great pleasure to be in the press box, and these teams and these guys from the crew, they love the sport, and the team and the crew working together to bring you tough game and tough recordings of this game, tough highlights. So Steph, it's been a pleasure. You can see again the Pavel and block, amazing, just stomped at this there, and then again, Pingu.
I think Chopo and his teammates will be very happy to watch this one over and over again. You at home are getting these highlights on a bit of a loop. Thank you very much for joining us. Remember to stick on ULTI.TV, Basel Open, the people of Basel, the Free Speed team, organization here, facilities, wonderful. Thank you again. I've been Stefan Rapazzo with Chopo Santucci, stuck on ULTI.TV. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in Bruges.
Subscribe.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe. ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
ULTI.TV